Aurelio Martínez, the celebrated Honduran folk musician who helped introduce the wider world to the music of the Garifuna people, died Monday, March 17th, in a small passenger plane crash. He was 55. Martínez was one of 13 people who died when the small plane crashed moments after taking off from an island near mainland Honduras. The musician's label, Real World Records, confirmed Martínez was among those who died in a statement. Aurelio was more than just a musician. He was a statesman, a spokesperson and vital savior of the culture of the Garifuna people of Honduras, the statement read. Peter Gabriel, who founded Real World Records, paid tribute to Martínez on Instagram, writing, "His music will, I am sure, live on with all its artistry, sensitivity, and musicianship. The deep love he had for his own Garifuna people will always be remembered, but it is most of all his own generosity and warmth that will be badly missed by all of us who loved him." The aircraft made a sharp turn to the right of the runway and fell into the water, civil aviation official Carlos Padilla said. "The plane almost fell on us. I was fishing," a fisherman, whose name was not given, told HCH television. The plane carried 17 passengers and crew, 5 of whom were rescued and hospitalized. Dramatic video posted to social media by the National Police showed rescue workers carrying a survivor on a stretcher onto the rocky shore. Another video showed a similar scene, with police reporting that only one body was still missing as rescue teams continued their search. Roatán Fire Captain Franklin Borjas told the Reuters news agency that survivors were taken to a nearby hospital but provided no information on their conditions. Borjas told Reuters that the search and rescue efforts were complicated by the terrain. "It's been difficult to access the accident site because there are 30 meters of rocks and you can't get there while walking or swimming," he told Reuters. The divers helping with the rescue have zero visibility. Among the victims was Aurelio Martínez, a former member of Congress and member of the Garifuna ethnic group, which is of mixed African and indigenous heritage. Martínez also held U.S. citizenship. His representative, Helene Odile Givarch, a French citizen, was among the survivors. Martínez was originally from Honduras Gracias a Dios region along the country's Caribbean coast. "We're devastated," his nephew Ángel Aparicio Fernández Martínez, also a musician who played with his uncle, said Tuesday. He was the family's pillar. Martínez was a member of Los Gatos Bravos before forming his own group Lida Ariran. His first album, Garifuna Soul, took him to Europe, the United States, and other parts of the world. He was the greatest model from Honduras of Garifuna music on a worldwide stage, his nephew said. Martínez's virtuosic musicianship and passionate performances made him a mainstay of the La Ceiba music scene, where he was best loved for his take on Punta Rock, the high-energy, Garifuna roots-infused pop genre that took Central America by storm in the 1990s, according to the Kennedy Center. The crash, which happened about half a mile from the island's coast, was caused by an apparent mechanical failure on the British-made Jetstream 41, the police statement said. Honduran President Xiomara Castro said she had immediately activated an emergency committee made up of the armed forces, firefighters, and others to assist the victims of the accident. Born and raised in the small coastal village of Playa, Martínez showed his musical prowess at a young age. Guided by his mother and uncles, he began playing percussion instruments at Garifuna ceremonies as a child, and was a well-respected local musician by the time he moved away for school at the age of 14. The Garifuna people are descendants of indigenous Caribbean tribes and enslaved Africans, who were exiled from St. Vincent and the Grenadines by British colonizers and settled largely on the coast of Central America. Garifuna music incorporates sounds from African, indigenous, Caribbean, and Latin traditions. With Martínez telling Rhythm Passport in 2017, music is the most lively aspect of Garifuna culture because it captures our sentiments, preserves the language, and reflects our spirituality. He added, "My people have a long history of resistance that goes back to the days of slavery and our homeland of St. Vincent. My music is an expression of freedom and hope." Garifuna music wants to transmit a message of peace and community. After leaving Playa for city of La Ceiba as a teenager, Martínez played with a variety of Latin jazz ensembles before forming his own group, Lida Ariran. Their 1995 album, Songs of the Garifuna was one of the first albums of Garifuna music to receive international distribution. Around the same time, Martínez, who primarily played acoustic guitar, found himself at the forefront of the punta rock movement, a high-energy Garifuna roots-infused pop genre that enjoyed wide success in Central America during the 90s. Martínez's international profile continued to grow after he struck up a friendship with Andy Palacio, another Garifuna artist from Belize. Palacio invited Martínez to perform at a Garifuna festival he organized, and the two recorded the duet Lanaraim Lamasilu for a compilation put out by Stone Tree Records. Palacio also introduced Martínez to producer and Stone Tree founder Ivan Duran, who would produce Martínez's 2004 solo debut, Garifuna Soul. The following year, however, Martínez stepped back from music and into politics, joining the Honduras National Assembly as one of the country's first congressmen of African descent. It was only after Palacio's sudden death in 2008 that Martínez felt compelled to perform and record again. He would go on to release 3 more albums, 2011's La Rue Bea, 2014's Landini, and 2017's Star Andy. After Palacio's death, Martínez became arguably the world's most prominent Garifuna musician. But he remained a voracious student, always looking for ways to expand the possibilities of traditional Garifuna sounds. He spent time in Senegal, for instance, working with the singer-songwriter Youssou N'Dour and orchestra Baobab, with those influences making their way onto Landini. I have learned that music has the power to carry the message of my people to the world, and that it transcends beyond just entertainment, Martínez said in that 2017 interview. I started with traditional Garifuna music and chords, usually only 3 chords, after traveling and sharing with artists around the world. Today, I not only see Garifuna music in my music. My music now has many elements of other styles, even though the essence continues to be Garifuna.